Hey, all you cool cats and dolls, how are you today? Just enjoying a nice cigar, a nice cocktail, and listening to some really cool jazz. So, tell you what, let's go to a jazz club. I'm Dave, and you're watching Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey, everybody, welcome back to day 2 of the Imaginarium. I'm sitting here enjoying a nice Oliva Black Swan. Oh, wonderful way to start a morning. Anyways, so yesterday we flew to the Caribbean on Pan American Airlines. Today, we're going to go to one of the most famous jazz clubs in New York City. So set the stage. Let's say any time from 1980 to now. And you're walking down in Greenwich Village, and you come across this place, and you hear this in the background. It's called the Blue Note. Now, the Blue Note, one of the most famous jazz clubs in New York City. Even though jazz was actually created in Nolens, New York has become really kind of the mecca. So, what are we shaving with today? Well, this is a soap that was fashioned after a parfum that we're going to look at in just a second. But we're going to be going with The Soloist by Wet Shaving Company, and we've got the aftershave to match. But this fragrance and everything within it was all designed, and I have to put my glasses on for this, unfortunately, by Mason Margiela. It's called Replica, and it was originally a jazz club, and it's Brooklyn, Soho, all that. And it's basically heady cocktails and cigars. So what I want you to kind of imagine is a smoky jazz club, jazz playing in the background, all the beautiful people mingling and talking, the clinking of glasses, the smell of alcohol. And when I say alcohol, I mean I'm talking about Manhattans, scotches, rum and coke, just a plethora of different, and then the flu drinks too. So you have that sweetness, and then you have that hint of a cigar wrapper, not necessarily cigar smoke, but cigar wrapper. Then you have a good cigar smoke that's smooth and vanilla-y, and then you have that touch of leather, and quite frankly, all the smells that those leather seats have accumulated over the years. So that's where we're going today on the Imaginarium. So I showed you the soap, the aftershave, and the parfum, and there's one razor, which is my grail, that I think of when I think of like heady cocktails in a cigar lounge and somebody who's drinking a nice drink of scotch would shave with. And that's right, that's the Dorco 1151. Just a beautiful, beautiful razor. And also, we're using the Sorrentino Corleone, part of the New York City vibe, and it's got that smoky look to it. So that's where we're at today. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll have the little bit of jazz playing in the background the whole time. And then, like I said, I will speed the shave up to let you enjoy that music. But when you get the fragrance right off of the puck, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's smoky. It really captures this. Yeah, you can smell this, and I've got a cigar burning here, and it's just melding with that just perfectly. Now, Frank from Ethos Grooming also has a soap and aftershave, and I believe a parfum as well, or an EDT, anyways, called the Blue Note, and that's what it's fashioned after, is the Blue Note. Now, it's going to be interesting today because the Black Swan is one of my prized cigars, and I'm smoking one at the same time I'm shaving, and my hands are wet. So, so this will be fun. And you know, of course, having a wee cocktail in the morning. Nothing like whiskey and shaving soap to make your day perfect. This razor has been stropped 30 and 60 across the board, so let's see how this goes. And I'm kind of wearing a time-specific watch, too. to get kind of off the Imaginarium, for a little bit. There's a couple of grill razors that fall into this category of this one. Only one of which I have, and that's this one. The search for a NOS or very close to NOS 1151 was tough. They're more available now, believe it or not. But I finally found one. Thanks to our good friend Arne. He had emailed me and said he found one at a decent price, and I bought it. Whether it's a decent price or not is a matter of debate. But I needed it. I had to have it. Now there's two other ones, and I've mentioned these before. So if anybody comes across one, let me know. Well, there's three actually. A Darwin DE, which I probably will never get. And then the other two would be a Schoenberg with the orange coppery scales. It's a Japanese straight razor. And then the final one is another Japanese razor, an H Diamond Hayashi with the purple iridescent scales. I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty much done purchasing straight razors unless one of those comes up, and I am waiting on a 7-day set that Matt is finishing up for me, and so that'll be good. Hold that thought. Well, wonderful cigar. I'll tell you what, we're going to speed this up. You listen to the music, and we'll be back after the rest of the shave. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, we're back. I hope you enjoyed that little jazz musical interlude, because that's the sights and sounds of a live jazz at the Blue Note. This Dorco is just perfect. I have not needed to touch it up. We'll let that fix everything up while we're getting everything cleaned up. And I probably put this thing out. There it is. See, not only did you get to see somebody shave, but you get to see him drink and smoke a cigar. Here, we'll rinse that alum off. And we are going to be using, because of the theme of today's Imaginarium, we're going to be using Thayer's Lavender, I believe, if I can find it. There it is. Thayer's Lavender. Because it fits the, yeah, it's got a nice fragrance to it. And we'll let that dry down a little bit. Okay, for the aftershave, we are going to be using the aftershave that was made with the soap. And this is unfortunately unobtainium, except on the second market as far as the soap and the aftershave. And that's West Coast Shaving, the Soloist. Once again, this is an aftershave milk. You can tell by the color. Really good stuff. Got great fragrance. And like I said, everything that I described as far as what you would smell and what your clothes would smell like. And this is good stuff, not the cheap smells that some people look at when they're looking at cigars. But it's the nice thing about this this fragrance is it takes in the whole club experience, as far as the jazz club's concerned and everything else. So it's really, really nice. For the talc, we are going to use something spicy to go along with it, and that's Yardley Gold. And I hope everybody's having a good Monday, by the way. Don't forget to join us this evening at 6 p.m. Pacific for Drinks and Daves. And this is our back-to-school special. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about, but I would imagine that it's probably going to end up on food, as it always does. Yeah, this is perfect for that. Okay, and then for the pièce de résistance and the really jazzy, cool sounds, Replica. Just an absolutely wonderful, wonderful fragrance. Just heady, smoky, leathery. There's just nothing like it. Just good stuff. Well, tell you what, folks. I think I'm going to go back into the jazz club. And I think I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cigar, the rest of my cocktail. It's not out yet. And I hope you enjoyed the Jazz Club Imaginarium. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Barber Dave, and this is Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Hope everybody takes care.